Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craftery. Today we got Thrifty Canucks. Not a big haul, but I got some cute stuff. So let's just start some more little doilies. I always grab these. I got tons of them, but they're great to dye and whatnot, so always grab them when I see them. Cute little bit of pink trim, not very much, it's only maybe 1.5 feet or something, but it's kind of cute. I got these strung beads. These are kind of like an iridescent type color. Looks like a brand new package, probably just from like the dollar store or something. Well, this says $12. Romance white. And it is just like a seam binding, a lace seam binding. This will be good because I can dye it. And there's a lot on there. Of course, I didn't pay $12 for it. This was all Lions Club goodies. This little piece, random piece, was just sitting on a table. Oh, hey, I've got some of these. I was kind of wondering what person would do with them. Cool. Okay. Well, now I kind of know. I got some. This is like a chenille. There's a little bit of purple, bunch of green, and some pink. I thought this might be good in some dangles. Not really sure yet, but I grabbed all that. I do have a big drawer that's, I have like a little bit of all my trims like that in, and then that way I always know what I got, and then I keep the excess. Something else. This is like a candle holder, but I got it. I really like the colors, and there's some really cute, like there's some little apples, some leaves, just some bead type things. But I thought I'm going to take that apart, because I think these would be really good for dangles and whatnot. So, some baggies. Never have enough of these little baggies. And these are kind of like not small, but I don't think I have any this size actually. So, that was a pretty good find. I'll always grab those too. We've got, what do we got here? Oh, just this little butterfly bag. Just like a organza bag with butterflies on it. Couple of doilies. I only grab the doilies that are like a little bit daintier. It's got a really nice purple flower in the middle. This one here's got pansies. And this here one here is a nice blue with like a silver or a gold in it, I mean. So there's that. I got some sheets of lace. This is a really nice teal type blue. And then this seems like it would be older. I don't know, sometimes just when you feel something, it feels older, but I don't know, but if anything, it would be a little bit better quality than some of the other sheets of lace that I got. It is kind of a bit colored there. There's a bit of a pinkish tinge to it. The rest is just kind of cream. And then there's this big piece here. Nothing fancy, but be for something. Who knows? We got, what else do we got? I got 3 little books. Now this one here was kind of cool, because it's got just like, okay, so this week you would make this. And so then each one is like, so this week you could make this fruit cake, shortbread, etc. So there's the recipes. I did see a date somewhere, 1966. I like little recipe books like this. So there's that. I got this one. Now some of these don't always have dates in them. These pages are a little bit shiny. I'm going to say that they're around the same time, like the same year. Definitely before postal codes came in. So this one does not have a date, but I'm going to guess that it was around the same time because they were all together. And then there's this one here. And again, before postal code. So I'm going to say all these were like from in the 60s. Some I don't think have even been used. Person might be able to look online. Being that this is Robin Hood, they've been around for a long time. But the pages are you know, a little bit dirty from age. Not dirty from being used for cooking, just dirty, you know, a little bit around the edges. So that's kind of cool. Got these envelopes. Now, these are really, really heavy envelopes. I don't think I've ever felt a brown envelope that is this heavy. So there's a nice little handful of those. I thought maybe use them as journal covers or sending stuff. Who knows? We've got 2 pillowcases. Beautiful little piece of embroidery on there. There's a couple stains. You can see a couple little holes in the linen. And then it's got this really cute hand crocheted edge. And actually it looks like it's been stitched on. So that'll be nice because then I can take that right off. I didn't realize that it was actually stitched on. Yeah, I think I can. I don't think that's part of the actual crochet. Usually, quite often they'll actually crochet it right on, but I think this is actually done separate. So I'll try taking that off. But there's 2 of those. And a very nice, neat little crochet on them, some French knots. So that'll be fun for a little project. I need to dig out all my linens and figure out a project for them. Now, the other thing that I got 2 of these. Now, they hang up. I presume that they're probably for a candle or something. I'm going to guess that you put like maybe rocks or something around here, and then you put your candle inside. But I want to make a couple of mobiles. I've been sorting beads and everything, and I'm going to use some of them up. So I want to make some mobiles to hang in front of my window, or maybe to sell. I don't know. But I thought, well, I could hook dangles from all of these. I could also hook dangles down. And then maybe put in like a little battery operated light or something in the middle. But I thought that was kind of cool. So I grabbed the pair of those. They are metal. So, I don't know. I thought they might work okay. And the other thing that I got is this here. Now, I think this was a bird feeder. It needs to be cleaned up because it's got some cobwebs and stuff on it. But I'm thinking the same type of thing with this. Making a like a mobile type hanger thing. The only thing I don't like about it is that this sticks out, but it used to fit on something. I don't know how well you can see that, but it almost seems like that would be for a stick, or I don't know. It just seems like maybe something was on the bottom. But I thought, well, even if I had to, I could take this right off. It looks like it just screws on, and then put a little piece of wood or even just some cardboard. But then filling this up maybe with beads and putting some lights into the center of the beads. Or, you know, you can get those little glass rocks or marbles even, anything like that. So, not 100% sure how I'm going to do it, but then I thought, well, I can hang dangles like up here and have them dangle here, as well as dangle some from the bottom to go down to make it, you know, 5 feet long or something like that. But I thought that was pretty cool. I think it's older, but I don't really know. It says aspects on the top. But it was cute. And at the Lions sale, I was telling my sister what, I thought about doing. And she seemed to think it was a really good idea. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll wash this up the best I can. And kind of go from there. But when I do get around to making it, I'll definitely take you along for the ride. I think it'll be a fun project, and then it can just hang, because I've got those weird blinds that, like they're up and down blinds, so it's hard to hang anything in my window. But if I made something like this, I could dangle it like in front of the window for when the blinds are open. So, which they'll be open mostly, winter, spring, fall. Just during the hot season, I close them during the day. But that is it. Just a small haul, but some fun goodies. I'm looking forward to hopefully doing something with these soon. I really want to get some of my beads cleared up. And I've got to do something with all my linens. I've got quite a few recipe books now, so I need to start doing stuff with that. I got to take that apart. I'll wind a little bit of each of these colors onto my fiber cards that I have, and I have a big drawer full. And then I can look in there for when I just want a little piece. If I was making dangles, I'd dig out a whole ball and bring it out and add it to a whole bunch of dangles. But lots of goodies. I can now put this away, being that I've taped it or did a video. I'm going to put this in with my white stuff so I can dye that. And then I'm going to dye a bunch of these doilies one day too, to get a whole bunch of different colors. I've got quite a few of these. I believe they're just dollar store ones. But it's nice to have them. And it's nice to have different colors of them too, so that's why I'll dye a bunch of these when I do more dyeing. Hope you enjoyed this little haul. Check out my other Thrifty Canucks videos. It was started by Kim Newberg. Her channel's listed below, as well as other people that are taking part in Thrifty Canucks. And hope to see you again in my next video. Bye for now.